Hello, welcome back to the final part of our braais. So now we have created the braais. I have just gone ahead and I have updated my Excel sheet to include more specifications, and I've added the product name, SKU, the website, and the unit cost so that they update accordingly for procurement documentation or costing documentation. So what we want to do is open up a new project, go file, new project, and just select architectural template, new project, okay. I've already opened it. Just create the wall and place your family so that we can check that it is still updating correctly. So now we are going to go shared parameters because we want to create this schedule. So we go shared parameters, you'll go create. You see I already have one. Just give it the name, braai parameters, save it, and then go new. So the parameters we have to do here is all of these custom parameters we set here. So this is a normal family parameter that we have created, and we are now having to redo them as share parameters. As you can see that I've included all of them. Please ensure that when you go new, that the data type is the exact same as what you have created within your family. So then if you go into your family, you'll go family types, you'll go create new parameter, click on shared parameter, change it to instance, go select, and just select that parameter. If I go OK and OK, you'll see that you already have a braai height parameter. So what I would advise is going one by one, and then you, for instance, go with the standard parameter that we've created. You delete that parameter. I'm just going to copy the formula. So you'll go braai height, delete, create new parameter, shared parameter, instance, select braai height, OK, and OK, and then just add your formula back into that. Go apply and OK. Remember to go back to your dimension and add the label back because you've deleted the original parameter and now you have to add that parameter back. So now we can go in our family, go back to your family types and go to type comments and just add braai. So I'm not going to do all of these in this video. It's exactly the same way as I just explained the braai height. You just go individually one by one by one. You go OK. And then you're going to load it into your project. You go override the existing version. And now we're going to go to schedules. So let's go and right click on schedules, new quantity and schedule. So now you'll see that it's asking for a category. So we have a generic model at this stage. So I've placed mine on furniture. You can use any which way category that you would want to use. And I've also changed this front part to match with the image. I've noticed that discrepancy last night that it needed to look like that. It does not have a slanted panel in front due to lintels going in this area over here to support brickwork going up for your chimney. So now if you go back to your family, if you want to assign it to a specific category, you can go family types, uh, above it by family category and parameters. You'll see that it's asking you where do you want to assign it to. So I've assigned it to furniture. Yours is currently on generic model. So just go ahead and scroll down to furniture, click OK, and then it will be a furniture element. So heading back into our project, we're gonna go schedules, new schedule and quantities, scroll down until you find furniture. You can go OK. And now you'll see with the shared parameters that we have created. Let's see, Braai. There you go. And you can just click this to move it in and then select your flues. Then we want the SKU as well. We want the type comments because we've added Braai to type comments. Let's go website. We want that. And then we want the product name. So we want the product name to move up. We can just hit this little button here to move it up so it is in front. Now we have everything relevant for our schedule. So let's go OK, and you'll see that it is scheduling. As you can see, my type comments is already saying Braai. So if yours is not showing in your schedule, it's fine. We'll go to filter. You'll see filter by. You can say type comments equals Braai. So now this schedule will only show Braais. So let's see if I just extend my wall here. I'll copy, paste, select this one, change it to product number, let's say 8. And there it updates. So let's go to the schedule we've created. And now there is 2 Braais showing up in our schedule for the contractor to do an accurate costing on this. So we forgot to include our unit cost. So let's go back to fields, scroll till I find unit cost, add it, and I'm just gonna move it next to the SKU, or you can keep it behind to be in the last column. Remember, the order that this is in is going to be the order that your schedule is appearing in. So there we have our unit cost. So let's calculate this total. So let's go sorting and grouping, calculate totals, and go formatting, unit cost, and switch on calculate totals. Let's go OK. And now we have a total unit cost for this. So these 2 braais will cost us 17,703 Rand. So let's make our schedule nice and neat, like I've done here with braai, flue, and product information. So let's go to our schedule. What you want to do is you click and drag. Let me just click on braai with there, and you'll go to group, and you'll see it creates a group. So we can go braai size, for instance, and then do the same with these 3. Group, flue size, and here we'll just group them and also call this product information. And now I'm just gonna call this braai because I don't want to already have a braai schedule created. And now I'm gonna highlight all of this, go font because I like working with Bunchcraft. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly at all. And here at the at the top, as you can see on this schedule, it's black and my text is white because my custom title block works on this color scheme. So I'm going to go to Braai. I've selected the top part. I'm going to go shading, select black, OK, and then we'll go font, I'm going to change this to Bunchcraft as well and change the color. Don't go with the top white or select white because it won't register. Just go just under the top part and go OK, OK, and there you'll see your header has changed. So if we go to our sheet, take our schedule, and now we can place it in. And here you can adjust your text columns to be a bit neater. So type comments shouldn't show here because we know this is a Braille schedule. Let's go to Braille, go to formatting, select your type comments and go hidden field. And now it is out. And now we have a neat schedule. If you want to align your text parameters, so we are going to select our columns and go horizontal align to center, and you can change your align vertical to also center, and that'll mean it centers everything neatly in the exact same way. So I'm just going to drag this a bit so we have it like that, and there we have our Braille schedule for our contractor to accurately assess, okay, we need to get Economaster Z and Economaster 800 basic. These are the sizes we need to do for Braille A and B, and then unit cost is going to be that and that. So now you and the client and the builder knows what these two are going to cost. I'm not sure if this website pricing stated here is for installation with the product. I could not find anything that specifies it is only for the product without installation. So you will just need to confirm with your preferred Braille manufacturer about your unit cost. But if you have gotten an installation quote with the product, you can just go and update your .csv file and then reload it to your family, reload it into your project, and then everything will be updated. Thank you for watching how to create a Braille with normal. The first part was with normal parameters without any linking on one specific Braille family. Part 2, we handled the locked parameters with our lookup table with multiple families in one with adjustable sizes, so you don't have to go create 20 families. You can just create one and it will auto update. And then there's now in part 3, we did our scheduling with shared parameters. I really hope this helped you guys out on how to schedule your families. Please like and subscribe. It really does help me out a lot so that I can reach more South Africans and architectural students on how to create a better Revit workflow in the South African way. See you in the next video.